Page 23, let's add law of cosine. And this is going to be SSS and SAS. Write it down, please. All right. When do we bring back what? On your test.
No, but like, is there like a law of closing or there's just all kinds of stuff? Oh, so we're done with astron.
Yes. Yes. Law of cosine. All right.
Wait, what's the right one?
I want to write it right here. All right. If y'all can quiet and look up and write this down, please. For law of cosines, you're still going to have the steps that we took, very similar to law of sines. What do we do first? Draw a triangle and label it. Okay? Step 2. Determine the case type. So we're going to draw the triangle and label and determine the case type no matter what on every single problem. Did you determine a case type on all the problems on the back yesterday?
Yes.
If you didn't, that's points off. So you need to make sure you're doing that on the assessment and on the test. All right, even if it doesn't say it, I told you need to. All right, step 3 is where, this is the new step today. If you get SSS, what's SSS? Or SAS, 2 sides with an angle in the middle, then you will apply law of cosines. Apply law of cosines. So what is law of cosines? Law of cosines is a squared equals, and you will need to memorize this, ladies and gentlemen. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of a. Some things I need you to know. Number 1, you will have to memorize this. Number 2, you'll probably have it memorized by the end of class. But whatever is right here, that is the angle that will be on the end. Does that make sense? This is a squared, it'll be angle A. These other 2 will always be the same right there. And they're the ones that you didn't have up front. So, am I always going to look for angle A? No, I could look for angle B. Or not angle B, side B. If I'm looking for side B, what's it going to equal? B squared equals A squared plus C squared cosine of B. Because again, whatever side is right here, that's the angle that goes there. And what if I'm looking for side C? Do you kind of already have it memorized? Okay. It will always be minus 2. That's just part of the equation. We can go into the proof of all that, but nah. Does this make sense? And as a reminder, this is when you're going to use for oblique triangles, meaning a not right triangle. Your A is always across from A, B is across from B, and side C is across from C. So this right here is your law of cosine. What questions do I have so far? Nada? I actually don't speak it fluently. Really? I am a no sabo. I mean, I can speak it a little bit. I can get by. Well, all right. Write that down. Thank you. Yes, I'm trying to ignore you. We're about to get assigned seats in this class. What? All right. Shush. What do we do first? Draw a triangle. On your assessment and on your test, all of these triangles and case types are going to be mixed up. So that's why I'm going to make you draw a triangle so that you can ensure that you're doing the right case. I'm going to draw the C right here because I don't know if this is side-side angle. So I don't know if I'm going to have to determine if there's two triangles. Now, as I do this, I'll realize, oh, look. What is this? What? It's SAS. It's two sides with an angle in the middle. So I don't have to do the number of triangles because it's not the ambiguous case. How many triangles is SAS going to have? One every time. Why? Because it's SAS. All right. So what do I do now? What am I looking for? I'm going to do law of cosines because it's SAS, and I'm going to find the other side, C. How do I find the other side, C? C squared equals, and you are going to have to write the formula out. You want to know the biggest mistake people make every single time they're doing law of cosines? They put sine. They literally write law of cosines. And then you put sine. Make sure you're putting cosine with this one. All right? Let's plug in what we know. So I don't know C, but I know A is 2 squared. I know B is 3 squared minus 2 times 3 cosine of 60 degrees. Now, I know the cosine of, I hope you know the cosine of 60 degrees. What's the cosine of 60 degrees? Okay, so you could just actually do this out mathematically. However, that is not always going to be the case that you're going to know this value. Because it could be 62 degrees. And do you know the cosine of 62 degrees? No. So what could I do to solve this and get C by itself? What? What do I do? How do I solve this for C? Nope, don't simplify everything in there. Just square root it. And put all of that in Desmos. Now, could you technically simplify this and do 2 squared and 3 squared? For sure. But y'all look up real quick. You know what y'all accidentally tend to do? Y'all do this. Y'all say 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, minus 2 times 2 is 4 times 3 is 12, cosine of 60. And then you do, that's 13 minus 12, that is 1, cosine of 60. Oh, that's 1/2. That's wrong. This 12 is with the cosine of 60, and PEMDAS says I cannot add those together. So just be careful. That's why I'm saying just go straight to your calculator. Type it all in your calculator so you don't make those mistakes. All right, so in Desmos, what do I got to do first? Make sure you're in degree mode. And then I am going to label this C equals 2 squared plus 3 squared minus 2. Make sure your bar goes, all the way, because sometimes when y'all arrow over, y'all arrow out of it. And then that won't be correct. What is my answer for C? 2.65 inches is my answer. Okay. All right. Now I still have to find two angles. How can I find two angles? The two angles. I actually can now use law of sines. I'm going to show you both ways to do this. And then you're going to figure out very quickly which way is the better way. So, using law of sines. How would I do this using law of sines? I could say the sine of 60 over, and I'm just going to put a C instead of putting 2.65, equals, which angle do I want to find first? Let's do A. The sine of A over 2. How do I get A by itself? You can cross multiply. There's actually a quicker way. How do I get A by itself? How do I get rid of that? I can just multiply by 2. So the sine of A equals 2. It's going to get you the same thing. This just makes it less work. And how do I get A by itself? Inverse. Write this down, please. Everybody's writing this down. And put that in your calculator. What is the inverse sine of 2 sine of 60 over C? What? Yeah, we do. You remember C was this, right? Oh, let me put C equals. Did I do that already? Oh, yeah, I did. So I put C equals. You didn't. Make sure you do that. So A equals the inverse sine of 2 sine of 60 over C. What do we get? 40.9 is my A. Degrees. Good job. Okay, that is using law of sines. Now, let's show you how to do this using law of cosines. If I'm looking for A, angle A, which equation am I going to use? A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine, oh my god, I almost wrote sine, of A. Fill in everything you know. I know A is 2. I know B is 3. I know, I'm not going to fill in the C, but I do know C. I'm going to zoom in over here. How do I get angle A by itself? I know what C is. I just put the letter C in. Cubed. Why did I write cubed? Thank you. What am I going to do to get A by itself? Can't square root yet. Nope, I'm trying to get this A by itself right here. Not dividing. How do I get rid of this? Back to algebra. Subtract it. How do I get rid of C squared? Subtract it. So those cancel. And put in your calculator. What is 2 squared minus 3 squared minus C squared? 2 squared. And, or you could do what is 4 minus 9. I mean, I know y'all know that. Minus C squared. I don't know what C squared is. What is that? It's negative 12. So this right here is negative 12 equals negative 2 times 3 times C cosine of A. What now? Now I can divide these because they're all multiplying. So my cosine of A, what's a negative divided by a negative? A positive. Do y'all agree that's going to give me 12 over 6C? And then inverse cosine. So A is the inverse cosine. And if I do this in the calculator, what do I, is that cosine? Inverse cosine of 12 over 6C. Do I get the same answer? Great. Which method would you do if it were you? 1000% do law of sines. Okay? I wanted you to write cosine and experience it, but do you agree? Ew.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I did want you to see both ways. There are going to be times where you have to do it this way, and I'll show you that in a minute. But do this and then go to law of sines. There isn't really any instance where you're going to have to do law of cosines multiple times. You do law of cosine once, then go to law of sines. Okay? We're not done. What did we not figure out? No, we got A. We need B. So how do I find out angle B? And when I put that in the calculator, what did you say it was?
Was that right?
What is it? What'd you say? No, you're right. I think you're right. Yeah, you're right. Have some confidence. You're right. And those are your answers. Questions? Did you write this down? Okay. By the way, when you're doing this, you would just do this. You didn't need to do that. I just want you to have it for your notes. One more example. Are you ready? Can I change it? Can I change it? Okay. Example 2.
What's the hardest kind of problem you've thought about? We're gonna see.
That was it. And I don't think it's like super hard. Okay. Yeah, look, for real. You ready for a science seat? Shh. Shh. Let me finish this. All right. Without even drawing this, do we know what the case type is? What is it? Don't forget to write that down. There's no reason for you to not write that down. All right. I gave you all the sides. What do you need to find? Which angle? All of them. So what do you want to start with? Let's go alphabetical. Doesn't really matter. But let's go with A. If I'm going to find A, how am I going to do this? If I have SSS, which one do I have to use? Law of cosines. What do I do? A squared, write out the formula. A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cosine of A. And fill in what you know. So this is a case where you have to do it backwards. You don't have an option. But you only have to do it one time. What do I do next? Subtract. Do y'all agree that's 9? So I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. What's 6 squared? 36. And 16 minus 9 minus 36? Negative 29. And because I don't have a letter here, I'm just going to multiply these. What is negative 2 times 3? Times 6? We're doing algebra, y'all. What do I do next to get a by itself? Divide. And what is a negative divided by a negative? So this is going to be 29 over 36 equals the cosine of A. How do I get A by itself? Inverse. And put that in your calculator. A is what? 29 over 36? Yes. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong letter. I was looking at the answer for B, and I was like, that's not what it is. But that was B. Okay, we found A. It is 36.3 degrees. How do we find B and C? It's up to you. You can do law of cosines again, or you can do law of sines. Go. I'm going to find B and C, or B using both. If you want to do both, do both. If you want to do one of them, do one of them. It's up to you. Everybody should be doing this right now. What did we get for B? 26.4 degrees. Did anybody choose to do this using law of cosines?
No.
1, 2, 2 of y'all? Cool. It works. You get more practice out of it, but do you need to do it? No. And then law of sines we like, right? Last but not least, we're not done. What do we got to do? How do we find angle C? Add A and B together in your calculator, subtract from 180. What do you get for angle C? 117.3 degrees. Do I have any questions? I know it looks like a lot of work, but it really wasn't that much, right? I feel like it wasn't that much. All right. What you are going to do now is, for the rest of class, you are going to get done half of your homework. Let me find it right here. All right. Your homework tonight, not tonight, but for Friday, I want you to do it. I'm not going to give you time in class if y'all aren't going to do this. Is you have the solving equations worksheet, 22 through 30 evens, and then you have 6 bookwork problems. These bottom 4 you can't do yet. We haven't learned it. That's area. So all you can do right now is 28 and 30. What I want everybody in here right now to do is I want you to do 22 through 30 evens. All you're doing is drawing the picture and determining the case type. You can finish that in class right now. Everybody in here. All right? Determine the case type. That's what you're doing. Yeah, give me a second. Let me end this so everybody just heard you ask.